brother.
What do you? I would ask you one prediction because Anthony Johnson against Cormier.
I do not have a prediction. I never predict, but I think that if it goes into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds, it's going to be really hard for Rumble to win.
Right.
I think Rumble's chances of winning the fight come early. He's a goddamn short-term hurricane that rips the house right out of the foundation. He's not necessarily a long storm. I think what Rumble does is comes at you fast and hard, and he can go fast and hard better than anybody. It's just really hard for him to go with that style more than 3 rounds. The only time we've ever seen him do it 3 rounds, he beat Phil Davis. He beat the shit out of him for 3 rounds, but Phil Davis wasn't threatening him. It was he was fighting at his pace. He was completely in control of that fight, and he won a clear-cut unanimous decision.
Right.
Hurt Davis a bunch of times, and he was super dangerous. Also, I feel like Rumble Johnson today is scarier than the Rumble Johnson that fought Phil Davis. But Rumble, when he fought DC the first time, when he fought Cormier the first time, he was preparing for John Jones, so he's preparing for a different fight. The fight was a last-minute replacement with Cormier, and Cormier just out-wrestled him. I mean, Daniel's one of the best wrestlers in the sport, period. Out-wrestled him, and then eventually got his back and choked him. I just think that it's a terrifying fight for Cormier because this fucking guy hits so goddamn hard.
He's fun
and
to
if you
watch.
make any mistakes, he lands a fucking nuclear bomb on your face. I mean, there's very few people that scare fighters the way that Rumble does.
Yeah, he has that. It's like that old school. I'm afraid of being beaten up in the schoolyard.
Yeah.
Like when Khabib beat Michael Johnson, the way he had him on the ground.
Yeah.
Like that's how I would get beaten up. Like that was so claustrophobic for me to watch that. To like not be able to pull your arm. Like that was a really uncomfortable fight. Because especially I can't fight. So
yeah, I wanted it stopped. I wanted it stopped before they stopped it. It was bothering me. I was like, this guy's not going to win this fight. He's getting the fuck beat out of him. He's getting his head punched in. He's one of the best fighters in the world, and you're ruining him.
Right.
He's just taking this beating. Like, just stop the goddamn fight. He was so outmatched. But he did hurt Khabib earlier in the fight. He hurt Khabib in the very first round. But then the fucking Khabib not being able to make the weight against Tony Ferguson. I'm just like, this goddamn weight cutting. God, it's such a horrible, horrible practice. It makes me sick.
that was heartbreaking because everybody wants that fight, and now it's like they're going to be scared to put him against Conor. I mean, they're going to have that be their fucking main event.
You can't. And by the way, one of the things that we talked about it on the Fight Companion podcast we did the other day. We pulled up the Luke Rockhold quote. Luke Rockhold is his training partner, and he was saying that he couldn't get blood to his liver. And that was something that was going on. He was in deep pain, and he wasn't getting blood to his liver. I'm like, yeah, you fucking kidding me? Like this guy's going to do that again? He's going to lose that weight again after that? And apparently he said that he had the same problem in the Michael Johnson fight. In the Michael Johnson fight, he wound up getting down to 155, but he was having the same issue where he wasn't getting blood to his liver. Like, what the fuck, man? You know, and George St. Pierre did an interview today where he's saying that it's going to kill one of us. Like, one of us is going to die from weight cutting.
Well, he's going to middleweight now, right?
I think that's one of the reasons why.
That's better.
Yeah, I think it's better. I mean, look how goddamn good Kelvin Gastelum looked against Vitor Belfort
Phenomenal.
this weekend.
Yeah, he's faster. Johnny Hendricks, I thought, looked good, too.
Yeah, he looked great. He looked great against Hector Lombard.
You wouldn't
They're
think
not
getting
diminished.
heavier makes you faster, but I guess...
It's just not draining yourself. That's all it is, because he's not getting heavier. He's always heavy, but he would be the same weight and then dehydrate himself down to 170 and then go back up to 190, somewhere around then, which is probably what Johnny Hendricks was instead this time. Just lost a couple of pounds, made 185 easy, and then looked fucking great against Hector Lombard. I would like to see more guys do that because I think that's so much healthier, so much better, and the performances are better. Look at Donald Cerrone. Donald Cerrone, since going up to welterweight, looks far better than he looked at lightweight.
Yeah, I always wondered why they do that. And I've asked them before, and they just say, look, because you're going to be fighting a heavier guy. I like, why don't you just fight at your normal, kind of your weight you walk around at? Wouldn't that be better and not have to cut all that weight and put it back on? It just seems crazy.
Honestly, in their defense, I think there should be more weight classes. I think there should be a weight class every 10 pounds. I think if there was a weight class every 10 pounds, it would alleviate a lot of the extreme cutting. You'd have a 145, 155, 165, 175, 85, 95, and then go up like that. I think if we did that, we'd have more champions. It would be more exciting. I think it would be an excellent way to have champion versus champion fights because it wouldn't be that much of a difference.
Much closer, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting to watch. Maybe they'll do it.
I hope so. 65 versus 75-pound champ, 55 versus 65. There's a lot of fights you can make when you have these big-ass super fights.
The one guy could go up a little, one guy could come down a little. It's not a giant jump. Yeah, I felt bad for Tony Ferguson, man. That just sucks.
It does suck. Are you going to come up to that Buffalo fight?
I don't know if I'm working for Cormier Johnson in Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can, I will. I only usually go to Vegas, but that's one I want to see. Is Yair Rodrigez on that one? That's 211. Frankie Edgar, Yair is 211.
Yair is 211, I think.
Wait, this is it's Weidman
Will
against
Brooks, Charles Oliveira.
Musasi.
Yeah, Weidman versus Musasi is a great fight. Oliveira is another one. He went up to 155. He's fighting Will Brooks now. I like that. Yeah, Oliveira's been just struggling to stay at 145. Just brutal. It breaks you down, man. It's just so bad for you.
Yeah, didn't he miss? Wasn't he over?
No, he beat Pettis. Pettis didn't make the weight, and he beat Pettis. No, that was Max Holloway. Max Holloway beat Pettis. He lost to Pettis. Pettis guillotined him. But I think he's had a couple losses in a row. Who the fuck was
he mad
Charles
at
Oliveira's last loss?
Who was he mad at recently who
Oliveira?
criticized his weight? I'm thinking, maybe unless I'm not thinking of Charles Oliveira, he was like pissed off that somebody had said something disrespectful about his weight.
Oh, he lost to Ricardo Lamas. Yeah, he got submitted by Ricardo Lamas. That was a great fight for Lamas. And then before that, Pettis submitted him. And then before that, he beat Miles Jury. He's just, I think it's another one of those guys. He's a really talented guy, but that fucking weight cut, it's just horrible. It's the worst part of the sport. There should be a way to do it, to eliminate it. I think they should be weighing these guys in, every 15 days or something like that, and finding out what they really weigh. And I think it's crazy. I really do. I think it's insane to dehydrate your brain, your body, get to death's door, then 24 hours later have a cage fight.
GSP said that recently. I didn't know they did that in boxing. And he was saying about in boxing, a month out they weigh you, so you can't lose like 20% of whatever the percentage of your body mass. I never considered that, but that would probably be a good way to do it.
Yeah,
maybe they will.
There's the guy who runs the California State Athletic Commission. His name is Andy Foster, and he's probably, in my opinion, one of the very best commissioners in MMA today, in athletic commissioners, because he's just really proactive. I believe he's had some MMA fights himself, and he's an accomplished martial artist. He really understands the sport. And they're taking some really proactive approaches to weight cutting and making sure that people don't dehydrate themselves as much. And he was really proactive for performance-enhancing drugs, catching people doing drugs before the USADA thing with the UFC came along too. So just need better regulations, more people on top of things.
This is how bad I want to lose my gut. I do exercise it, but I actually, I think I asked, it was either Wonderboy or his father, what the paste was that they put on. And a part of me actually considered putting the paste on and just sitting in the fucking room.
Oh, Abilene?
Well, I don't know what it's, thank you. I didn't know what it was called.
To sweat?
Yeah, but he's like, you don't want it. You'll lose the wrong weight.
Oh, yeah. No, you'll just get dehydrated. That's not going to lose body fat. No. Yeah. You just got to stop eating sugar. Do you eat sugar?
Very rarely, but occasionally. I go, I go fucking through periods. You know what I mean? Like I want to misbehave and I'll just shove bad food in my fat face. It's hard not to. It's tasty.
It is tasty.
I love a good treat.
I love a good ice cream sundae. I have a hard time.
Damn it, dude. I love it.
Ooh.
Frozen yogurt. Oh, my fucking manager and I, what a couple of queens we look like, prancing on Santa Monica Boulevard to the yogurt stop fucking 3 times a week. We can't stop eating this shit.
Menchie's?
It's the fucking best, dude. The vanilla.
Good.
They have the sugar-free chocolate. Holy shit, is that stuff
get all
addicting.
Those toppings.
I do. I'm
Reese's Pieces and
I don't
stuff.
go that crazy.
No,
I'll maybe get a little bit of coconut shavings, but lately I've done more.
I rarely do it. I rarely do it, but when I do it, I go hard. I'll go to Cold Stone Creamery and get a fucking giant sub with like peanut butter and hot fudge and Reese's Pieces and chocolate ice cream and whipped cream on it. And fucking goddamn it!
Doesn't that fuck you up? They're like my throat.
Oh,
yeah. I'm a throat clearing idiot, and that type of stuff fucks me up. Like lactose, I can't take.
Yeah.
Coffee, I think, messes my throat up.
Well,
I'm always clearing my throat.
I stopped drinking butter coffee on the show because I would drink it and I would be constantly coughing. It's just when you're talking for long periods of time like this, you're occasionally going to have to clear your throat.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. But I mean, like when I think about it more, I have to do it more. But I mean, when I'm like lactose fucking kills me. Ice cream, frozen yogurt. I think
all
I'll
the
use some
sugar too. There's so much. When you have an ice cream sundae, I mean, you're getting who knows how many hundreds of grams of sugar, but it feels so good while it's going in, and then you just crash.
Yeah, then you regret it.
Yeah, your body feels like dog shit for a long time. For like an hour or so afterwards, I feel like dog shit. I feel
that way for a few days. Like I got to eat good for a while, go to the gym, and then when I start to, I've never had abs, and I never will. But when
you could have abs. You're not far away from abs.
I don't know.
If you have a real trainer, like a really good trainer that fucking kicks your ass, you got a chick that you go to?
Yeah, I have 3 different ones.
3 different ones.
One couldn't do another schedule, so I use another one. One Monday, one Friday, and then one I use Tuesday, Thursday. It's all scheduling.
So every time you work out with a trainer?
Every time.